Hey guys, Stimboy31, and today we are going to be doing a review of Sonic Forces. Now, if you want my overall opinion of this game, I say it was mediocre. So Sonic Forces, you get to create your own character in the Sonic game. You get to have your own little avatar, OC people say. This is mine that I used for the game, and then this is my other one that I used to get the trophy. So I'm using different footage just so it looks better. So in the game, basically, Eggman has completely taken over the world, and it is your job as one of the freedom people, or whatever, one of the last Sonic Forces, puns, to, well, basically defeat Eggman and take back the world. Now, this game, for me, personally, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't that good in my opinion. I say it was mediocre. And this review is gonna seem like so basic, because this review has been said over and over and over and over. But if you want my opinion now, if it's still March when you're watching this, get the game for free for PlayStation Plus. You won't regret it, but you also won't think that it was like, oh, this was an amazing save. But the game honestly it's okay. It's a good Sonic game, I'd say, except for the sections that you are watching right now. In my opinion, I don't know, guys. It was just, I don't know what happened with the classic Sonic stages. Like, there's an instance that you can look up to see where if he runs down a slope and he gets to the bottom of the slope and there's a little ramp up, he cannot force himself to go up with that speed. There's no, like, momentum. He just runs and then he goes down, and then as he goes up, he slows down and he stops and then he falls back down. That is not how that should work, in my opinion. But honestly, right now the game's free. You should get it because it's a free game, honestly, that usually is like $20. Now, this game had, I beat it in like 3 sittings, honestly, with skipping cutscenes mainly because I wasn't really interested in the story. I already got the rundown before. So, mainly my problem is that some levels are super easy. They're super easy to complete. Some levels, other levels that, they're not that easy. Some just keep killing me at the same spot, and you could say, oh, I'm bad at Sonic games, and that might be the case, but I died so many times. A lot of times I just would plop over. And mainly it wasn't even me just getting hit twice when I ran out of rings. The main problem I had was pits. I'd be running, and this would be a lot of classic Sonic stages, surprisingly. I'd be running, and I'd fall. And I'd be running up, I'd get hit by something, I'd fall, and I wouldn't be able to recover, and I'd die. But honestly, this game really shouldn't exist. If this game was like truly Eggman took over the world, then there should be a section just when Tails reunites with Sonic where Eggman can just basically and he kills Sonic. And like everybody in the base, this would take place right after Generations gets there, along with Tails. Because they'll notice, oh, I don't think I captured this area, and this area was the main place where I hadn't captured. And then he just kills them. And then they die. It's honestly just the ending of the game that should have happened, but I know it wouldn't have happened. Or, he just kills Sonic on the base. Because why would he keep him captured? Sonic is super fast. I don't know why he would keep Sonic captured up there. Like, And they say he was getting tortured, but when you actually look at him, nothing seems to have happened. Oh, man. This review, honestly, it's gonna sound like a lot of other stuff that has happened before, like a lot of other reviews. So if you want an in-depth look of Sonic Forces, don't look for it here. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm done. I'm not doing anymore. Sonic Forces is a mediocre game that if you want it, and if you're a big fan of the Sonic series, get it now because it's free. If you already got it and you bought it, I'm sorry for you. I honestly feel for you because I'm done. I'm done. You know what? This video's this is boring. Let's do something per se more entertaining, I guess. Okay, let me think about this for a little bit.
Eventually.
I've got it. My top 10 favorite moments in the Batman Arkham series. Yes, this will be a good top 10 list. And let's start it off with number 10. Just this moment from Arkham Asylum because I find it hilarious, and that's it. Oh man, can we like see that maybe in an instant replay or something? Yeah, I honestly did enjoy Arkham Asylum, but this is probably the only part that's actually from Arkham Asylum. But now, let's get to number 9. The Mad Hatter Quest in Arkham Origins. Now, you know a lot of people don't like Arkham Origins, but there's going to be a lot of Arkham Origins on this list. Mainly because that is probably, and this is a probably because I have not played through Arkham Asylum, and I just recently beat Arkham City's story. It's probably my second favorite Arkham game, and Arkham Knight is my favorite. Now, this is a bold statement, but anyways, I'm supposed to be talking about the Mad Hatter. This section, it was the first time I was experienced to the whole crazy Mad Hatter stuff, and it was pretty good. I liked the Mad Hatter's crazy world-bending stuff. But overall, this was just mainly just like one little part, and it wasn't a big side quest. Like, there are some big side quests where they have build-up and stuff. This was mainly, girl has been captured by this man in this place. Go get him. At least I'm pretty sure. I have not played Origins in a while, so if you want to correct me in the comments, which you probably won't, because you probably aren't at this portion of the video. Good job, you made it to this part. Not many people actually make it here. They probably get bored and they leave. Anyways, I like this. Mainly the part where you confront Mad Hatter is just like, what? You aim batarang, you throw batarang. And though I do like it, it's just a bit basic. But it not like, mainly the confrontation is basic. But the part with the girl crying, that is crazy. Like, listen to this.
Don't worry, you're safe now. The police are on their way. Everything's going to be all right.
No, it's not.
That gave me chills. What did Mad Hatter do to her that, like, broke her? That is crazy. However, this is not even my favorite side quest. That is coming up at number 8. The Professor Pig side quest from Arkham Knight. Now, this part I really like. However, I just love Professor Pig in this story, even though he's completely insane. But I do enjoy playing these two clips back to back. It's really fun, honestly.
Bad. Pig is like clay. Pig is like a god. Pig is here to
Nice. You know what? Just like Harley Quinn, could we just get like a little instant replay on that? Thank you. Now I really do enjoy Professor Pig. He is like a really creepy dude, and he's just like, I don't know. He was the one thing that I like, the one really big side quest that I really remember from Arkham Knight. Like I can remember him if I think about him, but when I think of Arkham Knight and side quest, this is the thing that I think about. Professor Pig, just because he was such a random villain to include, but also he was just such a good villain when he was there. Now that we're done with 10, 9, and 8, we and Professor Pig, Mad Hatter, and Harley Quinn getting thrown, let's get to number 7. Oh yeah, a quick little side note. The rest of these are probably going to be spoilers. So if you have not played the Arkham games, I would suggest leaving. Anyways, so this is the moment.
Oh, you think left guy?
That's right, the fight against Deathstroke in Arkham Origins. If you have not heard about this fight, it's just amazing. I love the intricacy, especially the parts where you slowly break down Deathstroke, like destroying his helmet, and then it's such an engaging fight. So overall, this is probably my 7th most favorite moment of the Batman Arkham series. Now, this was a really good boss fight, but I have 2 boss fights that I feel were better than this one. And with that, let's go on to number 6. The boss fight against Clayface. Now, this is specifically the boss fight, not what happens after the boss fight, that's coming later, but just the boss fight. And I love the boss fight just because, just the ending of the first portion and the beginning, or the whole second portion. It's just so great. I mean, look at this and tell me that it has not been one of the coolest things you have ever seen Batman do. And then the second phase where you just fight a bunch of mini Clayface and then you slowly freeze him until he's completely frozen and you just destroy him. I just love it. I love that this was the final boss. I love it. I love the fight with Clayface. And of course the ending section too. But we won't be getting there yet. That will come a bit later. However, that was my overall thoughts of the fight, and that was number 6 on my top 10 moments of Batman Arkham series. So let's keep this rolling, and let's head on to halfway mark of number 5. The fight against Mr. Freeze in Batman Arkham City. Arkham City was a really good game. A lot of the Batman Arkham games were. They were all really good, but enough about that. So, the fight with Mr. Freeze is my favorite boss fight. And honestly, it's a lot of people's favorite boss fight, just because of what it does. In the boss fight, if you didn't know this, you probably did, but whatever. In the boss fight against Mr. Freeze, you have to use everything you know. you could, if you attack from behind and like stealth attack him from behind and then beat him up, next time you try to go behind him, he counters that. You can't do it. You try to go from the top, maybe like jump down, can't do it anymore. He froze all of the statues you can glide from. You use the grate, or the little grate. Well, you already did it once, so now he's gonna completely destroy it. I just love it. He adapts to what you do, and you have to think of new creative ways to defeat him. It's really an interesting concept that I wish they had a bit more of, but then again, that would just be taking from the fight, and don't really want to do that. So yeah, this is probably my favorite boss fight in the whole series. It's close with Clayface, and I do like a lot of the boss fights, but this is considered my favorite, and also a lot of people believe this is the best boss fight. So, that is my main opinion on the Mr. Freeze boss fight for number 5. Well, without any more stalling, let's get on to the final 4, starting with number 4. The boss fight against Bane in Batman Arkham Origins. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, Stimboy831, didn't you just say that Mr. Freeze was your favorite boss fight? Well, yes. But Mr. Freeze's boss fight didn't have as many stakes as this one does. Or events. The fight with Mr. Freeze is him stopping you from getting a cure from getting poisoned, which is kind of big, but this one, you're fighting Bane to stop his heart from beating, to stop the Joker from electrocuting Commissioner Gordon. It has a bit higher stakes, and then when you actually get him, you electrocute him and stop him and basically kill him. And Commissioner Gordon gets let go, but the Joker still tries to get the last laugh by running away. But everybody, like especially Gordon, is shocked. He's like, Batman, how could you kill somebody? So are you gonna go kill the Joker next? But Batman kinda killed him, but not really. Batman sent him into cardiac arrest and planned this. So as soon as he put him into the cardiac arrest, he began to electrocute him with the shock gloves like you'll see right here.
Come on.
This ends with Bane basically becoming like the Hulk in some way. He gets up all on his venom and he decides to fight you in this huge fight, which you basically have to use stealth to your biggest advantage. And then the end, where you attach him to 2 electrical things and he gets zapped. It's just so nice. And then you just grab him and hang him up, and all I can say is the Batman. I must find the Batman. And considering he breaks you, kind of, in the game before, it's a proper way to deal with him before fighting the Joker. That was my overall thoughts of number 4. So without further ado, let's cap this thing off with the final 3. With number 3. The trip through Batman's mind as the Joker in Arkham Knight. Now, I love this part. First of all, it's a first-person shooter in an Arkham game, which never happened. I think there was a third-person shooter in Arkham Origins, which I didn't get to play because I played the Wii U version of Origins. I know, I'm kind of weird. But let me just say that I love this part of the game. First of all, it really kind of shows you what the Joker is scared of, and Batman playing into that.
Joker trying to act not scared as much as he can, carrying a shotgun, which is just crazy. This takes place after Batman gets shot with a fear toxin by Scarecrow. And basically Joker kind of takes control and tries to escape and take control of Bruce. But Batman has a backup plan and of course uses mind games, literal mind games, to stop him from continuing and basically hinder him. And eventually it has one of the most epic moments in the Batman Arkham series, in my opinion, next to Batman with a sword cutting up Clayface. I love this moment too.
I am vengeance.
I am the Knight. I am Batman. No, Bats, wait! No, please! No!
Goodbye, Joker.
No, Bruce! Don't leave me! Please! I need you.
It finally sends the Joker off, and even though people thought that he should have stayed dead in Arkham City, and he did come back in Arkham Knight, and I wasn't too happy with that, but even still, this was the most proper send-off they could have given him. So, now let's move on to number 2. The ending of Batman Arkham Knight from Batman Arkham Knight. This has the redemption of Red Hood, or the Arkham Knight. This has the thing that Scarecrow should have gotten, where basically Scarecrow, this is after Batman gets injected with the fear toxin and he overcomes his fears of the Joker. Scarecrow finally, after Arkham Asylum, where he just scared the crap out of you, kind of, not really, because you're Batman, and did all of this to you, told you that Barbara Gordon was dead, and showed you it, but it was all a ploy, finally gets what he deserves by experiencing his own fear toxin. And then, after getting, just completely scared by his own creation, he gets a swift punch from Jim Gordon.
Justice.
It's amazing, and probably one of my favorite endings to any Arkham game. I say one of, because we haven't reached number 1 yet. Now on to number 1. The ending to Arkham City. What do I have to say? I don't think I really have to say much about this. Even people who don't play the Arkham games know about this moment in the Arkham series. In fact, let me test that out. Hey, son that I stare at the end of all my videos.
Yeah, what do you want?
I was just wondering, have you ever played a Batman Arkham game before?
Why would I ever bother with anything like that? That doesn't sound fun at all, and besides, I'm a son. I don't have arms.
Oh, okay. Have you ever heard of the moment where Joker dies at the end of Batman Arkham City?
Have I? Dude, I'm not even a real, big fan of the Batman Arkham series, but let me tell you, that thing was amazing. They just did it really well.
Okay, thanks for the help in this little question. I'll see you at the end of the video where I stare at you and you don't have eyes or a mouth.
You're welcome, dude, and I'll see you later.
Overall, this scene is just it's kind of heartbreaking in the way that it plays out, and it's a better send-off, I feel, to Joker than Arkham Knight was. Even though I said that before, I do not feel like that was the proper send-off. I feel like they shouldn't have tried to do it again. I like the send-off, but I think I like this one more. And I will leave you guys with the final moment of Arkham City.
You happy now?
Do you want to know something funny? Even after everything you've done, I would have saved you.
That actually is pretty funny.